Hello, everyone. Welcome to this new live session of Customily. We are going to get started in just 1 minute. So let's play some music for the last time of the year.
Yo, online store owners, listen up now. I'm about to drop some knowledge, show you how Customily, the best app in town. Let me tell you why, so you can wear the crown. Then you can wear the crown. Personalization is the name of the game. If your customers have personalized fame, customized products so unique and cool. Spread the word, don't be a fool. With Customily, the store will stand out. The possibilities, there's no doubt. From t-shirts to mugs and everything in between, your customers will feel like a dream.
Welcome all to this last live session of 2024. It has been a great year, very hard on work and hard on sales year, and we made a lot of changes to the live session, and I hope you all like them. We hope you like them at all, and we are always trying to improve this. So I'm sure this is going to be a very great live session that you're going to keep checking on the upcoming days and weeks. So to get started, I'm going to introduce the team. As always, Cecilia is with us on the chat, always answering questions, sharing links. And also we have Joffrey joining us for the presentation, as we're going to be covering a lot of things. So even though it's going to be recorded and shared, take notes, start thinking about what's springing out of your imagination as we are sharing our best practices and ideas for 2025, as well as we do a great and thorough recap of 2024. So today's agenda is going to be pretty much that. So top 10 designs of November. We're going to start with that. As you know, when we start the month, we cover what was trending on the last month. And Customily keeps creating new designs. So every single thing we trend or we see is trending, we try to improve that for the upcoming collection. So always nice to check what's trending right now on the Customily designs. And we're going to get started and go straight to the tips to the 2025 strong beginning of the year, because right now we are on the on the downhill of the peak season, right? But we need to start focusing on what's coming up next year. So we're going to see some dates, we're going to see some ideas, and also it's a great opportunity for you to organize yourself and not run always against or behind the mob and everyone going at the same speed. So we're going to get inspired with best-selling products. We're going to get inspired with best-selling designs, and we are going to see and overview some of the greatest features that we have been releasing in this year. We're going to see the best tools to get acquainted and to keep us your best friends for next year. We're going to check a new feature, actually the one that's going to be like the cherry on top of the cake for the end of the year. We're going to check a watercolor effect that we have released recently, and of course Q&A time is always there for you. So let's get started with the top 10 Customily designs, and we are welcoming to the presentation to Joffrey.
Hello everyone. Hello Jose, thank you for welcoming us. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. I had my volume down. It's okay.
Perfect. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to our last live session of the year. It's December 11th, and we are thrilled to have seen you every week or every presentation that we have delivered, and for the engagement you always have in the Q&A, in the chat, and over the chat with the support team. They're always there to help you out. All right, so let's dive into the top 10 Customily designs of November, shall we?
All right.
It is no surprise that the top 10 designs are Christmas related. What is surprising is that not all of them are Christmas related. So we do have in the first place, of course, the Merry Christmas crossword, and it is not surprising. It is great to see that the merchants have found a great use for the crossword that was so requested, that was highly hyped up in our canning. So we are thrilled that you guys have been enjoying it, and thrilled to know that the customers, your clients, your customers have been finding you a good use for it. In your ornaments, in the t-shirts, in the acrylics, etc. And to see how you guys can merge them with the seasons, such as the first place with the Merry Christmas crossword. It is really nice to see that it has paid off. So it is no surprise that the crossword has been trending for the last few months, right, Jose?
Yeah, actually, it was like it was a great move to push that. I mean, it was you who pushed the feature on the roadmap by voting and insisting on that. But I think it was a great move to actually try to squeeze it before the holiday season, so people could actually get a chance to explore this. Not only creating the feature itself, but also in the next release, like a week ago, after that, or 2 weeks after that, we were able to upgrade that feature with new colors, new shapes, new fonts. So that gave you more and more options for your Christmas designs.
Absolutely. And talking about Christmas, the fourth design, the Christmas Besties Forever, is one of the most requested and versatile ones because those clipboards, those icons have been used in plenty of designs to offer customization with multiple layouts, as in three, two, or four, or just one ladies in the design. And the same applies for the Besties Forever. It gives you the chance to offer personalizable designs in multiple products for multiple group of friends, for example. So these are trending and they will remain the next year. Of course, not the Christmassy ones.
Yeah, but actually, one thing about the Christmas versions and the Halloween versions is the fact that you can put costumes on them. So not only you are personalizing your friends to look alike, but also by picking the right costume, you are somehow reflecting their personalities. So I think that's why they are so popular, because there's more than just customizing the character; you're customizing the outfit and the style, which is pretty. Uh, pretty well, personal to each person. Yeah.
Absolutely. And one of the most evergreen designs or features is the maps. They are here the whole year and they are here to stay. And it's as I said, it's evergreen and it adapts depending on the season. And hold that thought because later on we're going to talk about recommendations and tips for the 2025. Um, but either way, you can see how maps are versatile and they can be put into different occasions. In the place number three, we have where we first met, and if you take a look, it's just the same concept, just different occasion, different products. Perhaps they can be used, but they have the same purpose, and you can make good use of the designs and of the features that we offer in the app to list out new, well thought products in your store.
Yeah, definitely. Maps are, I think, like Joffrey said, they are evergreen. But I think on this time of the year when families either split up or get together, maps are a great way of always referring to each one's location or where is that special person for you. Um, Jumping in on the 6 to 10 top designs, we can see that actually ornaments are probably going to be the most selling product again this year, like it was last year. Because you see that even we have the besties round ornament on the top five, and then we now have the Meet the Family and Have a Jolly Christmas with the people, with the photo family and the pet family. So those are probably two designs that wear on ornaments most of the time. So that's actually a pretty interesting way to see how how merchants are using our designs and which ones are the products that clearly are getting the best use on that. So always pets get to be on the top 10. There's no way we can ignore pets and gifting and including them on the gifting usually, especially when we want to have a memento of them on the tree or on the decoration. Also, well, the circle ornaments or the circle wreath to use up photo uploads. Clearly, customers are getting are using more and more our free remove background tool. That's actually a pretty interesting data that comes out um, of this top 10, right, Shoffrey?
Absolutely. And the value added here is, as you can see, these are designs that fetch or recycle customly clip art, for example, the ref and the text fields and whatnot. But for example, in design 7, 8, and 9, the value added is the image upload with the background remover, as you were saying, which our dev team is week to week polishing, improving, and making work best. So shout out to our dev team who's constantly there providing support to all of our customers and making our tools work top notch as expected. So it is great that the merchants and the final clients have been making good use of these features and putting them up there in your designs.
Yeah, definitely. It's a learning model, actually. The same with the face cutout and the pencil style and new watercolor. So they will be improved and actually get out to improve on every single chance they get to see every picture that is uploaded and removed. It's a chance to fine tune and polish that tool. So it's great to see how it's evolving on every single release. And well, the Merry Christmas, that's number 10, the Merry Christmas from the family. Well, kawaii styles apparently are also evergreens, definitely. And this kid and family configuration, if you can go back on previous live sessions, most likely you're going to see them always in the top 10. It's a really beautiful style, and I think it's easy to customize, I guess, and easy to synthesize. So that is why it's so favorite among customers.
Absolutely. So let's dive into our 2025, our 2025 tips to start your store with a strong foot, shall we?
Mhm.
All right. So let's dive into the first two tips for your store. The key, not only at Customly, not only in your store, the key to success when you're merchandising and selling out products is to be organized and setting specific goals. So be realistic to your with your milestones for each quarter of the year and try to understand that, yeah, what it is that you want to achieve, and whether it's realistic, whether you can attain those goals, whether you can have enough time and resources to allocate to achieve those goals. And keep in mind what your budget is for that and plan accordingly so you can release the launchings and the new products and the new designs corresponding to each season, to each occasion, because throughout the year you will have different occasions like Valentine's, Independence Day, etc., summer, uh, I don't know, Christmas, etc., etc. So be realistic with what you want to achieve. Set specific milestones and plan accordingly so you can release new designs and new products timely, and you can actually fulfill your clients' needs.
Yes. Also, the milestones are set per quarter because, well, pretty much everything on the market gets separated in quarters, so you actually get a chance to jump from one quarter to another with enough time to get the most of it. So if you're planning for Christmas, you're too early. If you're planning for Halloween, you're too early. If you're planning for Christmas, this year you're too late. So right now you are close to 1 month before the beginning of quarter one. That's when you get to start. By the 1 month prior to quarter two, that's when you get started. So basically, splitting on quarters will allow you not to get too not to lose focus thinking too much ahead on the year.
Absolutely. So, in the same order, in the same ideas of being organized and setting specific goals, it is key to define the specific niche where you're going to focus. Because the gift market is huge and it's ever growing and it's ever changing. So, it is important that you start by defining your niche. And some ideas are, for example, for example, to focus on pet lovers or on travelers, on jewelry or home decor, weddings, etc. When you have defined and decided your specific niche, you can start building from customized designs, from your own designs, merging or just setting up basic or easy designs and easy products to start off with the right foot. But make sure you do your research before you decide on your niche, and make sure you do your research before you set up your specific goals. Now, um, once you have decided all of this, think ahead and think to your mind and to the benefit of your business, what other niches will be trending in 2025. Try to stay ahead of the curve.
Okay, was I was I think I moved the slides a couple of times. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, they're flinching. I don't know why. All right, let's try and keep it there. Okay. Moving on with tips. Keep your website updated and optimized for mobile. Why this is so important? Well, basically because the first approach to your store is through mobile. Because people share links, because people share, they explore and they get ads on the on mobile, and sure, maybe they eventually will get into a computer and will make the purchase or not, but the first contact, the first approach, and the first chance for you to capture their attention is on mobile. So whenever you are developing your store, always try to keep track of how it looks on mobile, how it performs on mobile. That's very important. And it's an everyday job to keep the website updated. Not only just prices, but sometimes you get this context opportunity in which you can actually throw an offer, throw a change on the banner, something that will be eye-catching and relevant to the moment. So I think it's very important to have easy tools to update the store, to change stuff quickly and easily, and also be able to reflect that on the mobile. That's crucial, of course. Working on your product images and description. Now we're going to cover this a bit later on the presentation, but once you get the niche, once you get the focus of the product you're going to be starting with, it's important to see which is the best way to sell them visually, right? This counts through the eyes, right? So depending on your platform, for example, Etsy, you will get a chance to have the first image to be static, but the second usually is a video. So it's a 15-second video. So what do you want to show about that product? How it unfolds, how it unboxes, how it works, how it looks, how it's printed, or the truthness of the colors, for example. So the video is actually very useful because it's very short, very key to the moment. And then if you want to have other images, that's great. Now, don't overpopulate your gallery with images that repeat or do not offer anything extra, like several examples of the same view, like 1, 2, 3, or 4 pets, for example. Maybe each one of those versions of the design could actually be different moments of the product. If it's a mug, for example, you want to show the mug on a lifestyle, being held with a hand to see the proportion, maybe with the dimensions, with the two sides. So all those, make sure every single image of your product says something and provides extra information. Then the Customily preview will try to show it as true as possible without anything else extra. But your gallery is the first approach. Usually, customers will get to the product, will actually see the description, or get to the title and to the gallery, and they will swap on the images. So it's very important that they keep finding stuff on every single one of those pictures. And when it comes to describing the product and also to establishing a search engine optimization keywords, make sure you select those right words. See which ones are do testing search, for example. See what comes up first, what's trending, what's the words that people look for the most. Maybe it's not mug, maybe is Tumblr. I don't know. It depends on sometimes it's not t-shirt but shirt or by or tee, for example. So depending on those words is the way you're going to be describing better your product to get more search results.
Absolutely. And if we think of the product creation and listing as a whole, you can actually or indeed be ahead of the curve. Because if you do this image creation, mock-up creation, and video creation of unboxing or how it looks and how it works, you can use and recycle those elements to create and list out posts on social media. And you can use those same resources to invest in ads and promote them. It's of the essence to be active on Instagram and TikTok, which are a must. And day to day, they increase rather than decreasing their advertising. So people will likely search for gift ideas and gift inspiration in TikTok, Instagram, even Pinterest. So they
Yeah.
will even try to make purchases directly on social media instead of using only Google. I have to confess that I personally look for inspiration on TikTok and Pinterest, not anymore on Google. So if you think in the long run, or at least with the mid run, you will be able to use the content creation that you do for your listing and use it as well on your social media, and you'll be saving time and recycling content for that matter. So it's very important to be active on social media to find inspiration, to understand what is trending, to understand the niche that you're deciding, and create everything all together. The same happens when it comes to tracking your metrics with Google Analytics. Make sure you connect your online store with the Google Analytics to understand basic things like the trends, who's visiting your store, where they come from, and how they behave when navigating your store. This will help you identify what's the best way to lay out your store, how to organize it, how to use the SEO, how to list out the products, and to make the most of to make the purchase and the personalizations flow easier and quicker for your clients. You want to make this as quick, as easy, and as enjoyable as possible.
Yeah, and also pay attention to any unforeseen or unexpected search engine results. For example, let's say that you actually are popping out on some searches regarding certain services instead of products. It's like you sell products for the yard, and you're getting off on search regarding lawn products and stuff like that. So regardless of whatever you come up, is there's no bad search results. So you're not showing up or anywhere far away from your niche, right? I mean, because of the keywords you're using for starters. But sometimes unexpected search results can actually guide you into which would be a great and interesting public to offer your products. So who knows? I mean, it's pretty interesting to see what the Google Analytics actually throw you to get started with.
Absolutely. Now, it's key, and we do this to focus on customer service. Happy customers are key for the success of your business. So make sure you have all the resources available to offer the best customer service possible. from detailed but concise information about how the product works and how they can customize it and what they can expect when purchased, to offering real support with when it comes to responding doubts, concerns, and complaints. Customer service is of the essence, and we thrive on that to make sure that Customly is actually delivering the service that you guys expect. So don't refrain from testing out our customer service, which is key to deliver a great service and a great product.
Yes, of course. And one thing that Sofra mentioned when it comes to delivering information to your customers and to your shoppers, aside from what any customer success or customer support team member can do, one thing that we mentioned before was having all as much information as possible on the listing. Even though people may not read it, that's entirely up to you on how you format that. So it drives attention to that, like the description, the materials, the dimensions, the way they are packed, the way they are shipped and delivered. Anything uh, is important. Every single piece of information, because it's important for you to know that they have certain products or reactions to products and stuff like that. Who knows? There may be some allergies. I don't know. We knew of a case of the of doormats, right? So if you inform the right material in which they are, you are avoiding any problem, any and any observations or whatever. Be very detailed. So focus on creating those great listings with all those images, information, descriptions, everything. I know it takes time, but none of this is a one-time invested work. Like Jeffrey said, everything you do has multiple uses later. So the description can be copy pasted on other similar products, can be replicated on manual information, the videos you make, the photos you take. I mean, there's a lot of picture photos or images of the product that are later used in Customily. So nothing that you get for your products will be used just one time. That's very important. And
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
that matter, yeah.
Go on.
Sorry.
Go on.
Wait,
Go on.
let me go back to the presentation. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we were saying, the point here is that customer service happens pre-purchase, post-purchase, and while on the purchase. So if you have enough description, you're providing good customer service for your clients to know what they're getting into. If you provide enough description, they know how they are going to personalize their product. And if you provide great customer service post purchase, you make sure that your clients are going to return and buy more. So focus on that to make your customers loyal to your store.
Indeed, yes. And
Mhm.
going into what's coming up next year, it's important to take advantage of very special dates. Now, we're going to just cover some because we are trying to go into quarter one and two, but you know there's a lot more. Now, the hottest upcoming date to focus on your products is Valentine's Day on February 14th. And you know, actually, there's people already working on that. So that's why we actually released the watercolor effect by the end of the year, because we wanted to share with you an example for Valentine's Day. So you actually get some traction to starting next year with all the energy on the new products. Also on March 21st, there's the beginning of spring season. There's a lot of towels and grandma gardens and those designs that we have seen through this year. Those start to flourish again at the time of the year. So it's very cool to pay attention to the beginning of the spring. Then on May 11th, we have Mother's Day. That's a huge date. It's massive. Even bigger than June 15th, Father's Day, and I speak in the experience that definitely we don't get that much commercial focus as Mother's Day. Mother's Day is impressive, so it's great to keep an eye on that date on the calendar. And if you want more dates, be sure to download our 2025 marketing calendar. It's on, I think Cecilia is going to put it on the chat, and we also have that on the blog that we have on our website, where our marketing team always shares new articles on new practices, ideas, and just the right information to get started at the very beginning of each peak season on the year.
Absolutely. It is key that you add personalization to your listings and to your store, because this allows you to increase the prices and better margins for your products you're storing in your listing. Having personalization or personalizable products in your store allows you to create or to open up a new range, a broader range of audience for your clients. And if your design is recyclable and if it's evergreen, you can make it adaptable to different seasons of the year, such as what we were discussing with the maps and the design, the top 10 designs of November. So if you add the personalization to your products, you'll notice how they can increase the price rate for your listings. There's a comparison over there, and it helps you boost your customer engagement because they feel more connected to a product they are purchasing. They feel like they are giving out or buying something that actually is connected to the spirit they are in, right? Personalizable products also boost conversions, and it has been proved that way. And it gets you ahead of the competition because you differentiate from whatever is out there in the market.
Definitely, personalization will add um, personal value. Today I'm repeating, I know, but this personal value is what actually makes the sale. It's like you can buy any mug, but I mean, if your mug, here, if your mug has your family, then definitely it's something different, right? So that's always the key point of personalization, that you can actually make it yours in any possible way that you as a merchant would want to offer, based on trendings and what you think is a great idea for a design. But customers get to see this, get to see the design, get to like it, and then comes the part in which they make it themselves part of their purchase and collection. So it's always important to, when customizing, always be sure that you're going to be offering whatever the customer you think is going to need and like, and at the same time not throw it too much. Let me give you an example. For today, we actually prepared a product that was incredibly complicated on the design, because it had a lot of decorations and effects and colors and stuff. And we started to reduce that, to say, okay, so this is too much color. Then we simplify to flat color. This is too much decoration. We need to put it behind. The picture needs to go on top. So analyzing that, maybe you get inspired and you want to say, I want to throw everything that I have in one single design. And then you start realizing that less is more, because customers will not need all the decorations. They will need just the picture has to look nice, needs to have a nice effect. The text needs to be readable, so maybe it's not the color, it's the font. So testing out is amazing, because while Customily gives you that chance, you can always work on draft products and even test them on the front end without anyone knowing that. So you can have your store running and testing Customily at the same time without anyone noticing that. And when you're ready to go, just make the product active and everything will be the same, but now it's going to be for sale. So testing and experiencing the flow of customization is very important. So sometimes too many options will overwhelm the customer. Remember, we are synthesizing the customization process, avoiding too much freedom, as customers are not designers. They want to input, they want to select, they want to move a bit and crop something and preview and purchase. That's it. It should be 1 at most 2 minutes. And that's our main goal. So keeping clean images, keeping upfront views of the product when customizing, even though you have other lifestyle and perspective views for the rest of the gallery. That is going to be not that not that sorry, I lost the word. It's not going to be that ambitious for the previewing process, but it's going to be clean and simple, just upfront. That's what you want. The rest of the gallery is going to be beautiful, I know, but you're customizing. You want things clear. You don't want to get into that complicated. So less is more always. So don't throw too much information on the customers. Focus, right? So focus on the type of products, focus on the number of products. Sometimes we tend to have the same product in 4 different listings, each one changing colors, but actually the color can be changed on the listing. So at the end of the day, you have 4 products. Customers don't know which one to pick. Eventually they pick the right one. They realize they could change the color. So why do you have the other 3 products, right? So those kind of things that sometimes we think it's maybe it's better because it's eye-catching, because it brings traffic to our store, but we need to know if that is going to be the best way to go. So I recommend we always try those things, see in which points can we reduce the number of products, and so, right? And well, I think the same goes for personalization, right, Shoffrey?
Absolutely. It is the less is more model doesn't apply only for the description and the listing of your products. Um, Sometimes when we try to offer too many personalizations, it could become cumbersome for your clients to decide what they want, right? We are not saying don't list out complex and intricate designs. We are just saying think of what is best for your customers' purchase experience and start with clean designs and simple tools and simple features. It is good that we are constantly releasing features and customization tools for you to combine. And you don't need to go big from day one. Start by the simple, list a couple products, and then build from that until you get a good, solid store in your niche, following the investigation or the research you've made, and that you can promote and can make sustainable down the long run. Okay.
Yeah, actually, making designs more complex is something that can go on top of what you have already, right? So yeah, so customers actually like to upload a picture, but now they would like the background to be removed. So okay, so we go to what we have already. We make a copy. We develop the new option, which is to remove the background, and we make the switch on the store. So now the same design we had yesterday with the upload now it has upload and then optional remove the background, or optional make it watercolor, or make it pencil style. So now we are evolving without at the first time going through all possible effects in one single sitting, right? Maybe you already know that you want that to begin with, and we are here to help you get started. But if you're testing out the response of the public, maybe you start with upload image. That's great. Okay, so people now also want the remove background, but they turn out that if they I don't know, add a background or something, they want that removed. So now you're creating more designs inside the original product, but that's something you can always do, or create another product. But you can work with what you have already instead of starting off too big. We said this at the beginning. If you start too big and too outreaching, you're going to find the goal very far away, and it's going to feel that you're never getting there. So set small goals. All right, I want this product with the image upload released tomorrow. Yes, great. So now that this is working, let's improve this by adding a couple of filters. Improve this by adding second two more images, and so on, right? So because if you start with time, there's time. If you start very short on the key dates, you want to actually do everything all together, and that takes time. The goal is far away, and we begin again this cycle of not getting anywhere. All right, let's check out some insights of Customily, the best-selling products of the year that is about to end in a couple of weeks.
Absolutely. So we were talking about keeping it simple, keeping it attainable, keeping it reachable, and it is no surprise that our top 10 products are some of the most common ones that you can find out there. And that is why they have trended, because these are versatile products that you can list in your store and readapt depending on the season, depending on the occasion, depending on the important event of the year. That is why the top five, amongst the top five, we have t-shirts that are perhaps the most versatile ones. Jose is a reference of it. He's wearing one customized custom
Yeah.
made shirt. So it is no surprise that it's over here. Sun catcher ornaments and wooden canvas are great ideas to list in your store as personalizable elements that are ideal to give out on special occasions and birthdays, and on specific dates, such as, for example, Independence Day or Valentine's Day. Um,
And you
so
see, actually, the same product can actually have multiple contents eventually. So these are products that have been bestsellers throughout the year. Probably the wooden canvas have been released for personalizations on Mother's Day, Father's Day, graduations, and so on, right? So it's the same kind of product. We just need to figure out the best way to put the designs and the customization in them.
yeah, absolutely. And wearable and usable or memorable apparel. That's why we have leather belts and hoodies. These are gifts and product ideas that you can list out as personalizable with dedication, with occasion, with dates, etc., and with multiple color and product variants. So it is no surprise these have been the best-selling products throughout the whole year. And as you can see, and we're gonna dive into that, they are most of the times listed out with custom list clipboards, which you can use and make the most of to list in your store, to build as they are, or build from them and create your own personalizable designs.
Mhm. And coming along with more products, while glass ornaments actually turned out to be a bestseller throughout the year, right? Even probably being pushed on this time of the year, but I think glass ornaments are a very nice variation from ceramic ornaments from last year, and I think this has been pushed because now we have more background remover tools and more effective tools. So now that we have texts that can have textures and images with the face cut out and stuff, as more designs show up with the chance of being printed on transparent products, we actually get to see more products like this show up. We have been in previous live sessions, we talk about star maps on acrylics. That's um, another great use of transparent products. So you see, as those customization options grow, the products that can showcase them in transparent ways definitely will grow. Also, jewelry dishes. That's actually a pretty new one. But I mean, turns out to be very best selling. You see, sometimes it's not what is out there you see the most repeated. It's actually what actually is selling, right? This information comes from data we have on actual orders. So it's pretty cool to see that this this home decor actually gets a lot of sales, and it's very easy to personalize, very versatile on the designs, mostly focused on family members, right? Because it's something you will have in your household always, um, at everyone's view, right? And well, can and drinkware usually are selling products throughout the year. Blankets definitely get their peak on winter, but it's like they're well always getting this amount of calls and requests and tutorials on blankets because they are always there, and we have seen how this year more type of blankets have been added to the market, like woven blankets. Aside from the plush and the velveteen, we have now the woven, and we have some minky and some. There was this one. These microfibers also are now customized a lot. Needless to say, caps are always there, especially with the patches. That's a great product to be customized, right?
Absolutely. Well, caps are not only used in specific seasons. They are accessories that you can give out on specific occasions, but yet they worn throughout the whole year. And keep this in mind because this is a great idea, a great personalizable idea for Father's Day. It is no surprise they are in the top 10 best-selling products of the 2024. So let's dive into the best-selling designs of the year to give out the 10 ideas that were most used this year, and you can make sure you start preparing your engine for the next products you're gonna release in your store.
Yeah, and pay attention to these designs because on the upcoming tips, we're going to also get into this these top 10.
Yeah. I personally worked on several products in several client stores with the graduation design. The I did it design is one of the most used products. Sorry about that. Is one of the most used designs in the store out there, and is used mostly on acrylic and glass plates. But you can put this anywhere on t-shirts, on shirts for celebrations. So make sure you prepare this design for the graduation season.
Yeah,
All right.
and oh,
Okay.
sorry.
No, go on. Sorry.
Well, coming also adding to the graduation and the couples, you see how the designs that are facing back are repeated on the first five top designs. It's very interesting, but it's sometimes easier to customize a faceless character, right? Maybe because it's the way you want that to be easy to relate to, or sometimes maybe it's none of these styles will convince you on how to present. So we actually see this tendency to prefer back facing designs. It's very interesting.
Absolutely. And they tend, depending on the audience, they tend to be more inclusive and easier to market out there. So take advantage of this feature and these recommendations and how they trended, how they were trending the whole year to list in your store and prepare new products the next year. If we focus a little on the media player, this is generally listed, this design is generally used on plaques, acrylic, wooden, etc., or canvases as well. And you can use this design with image upload and combine it with other features such as background remover, outline, which is one of the newest releases that we have, and it has been trending ever since. And the same personalization can apply with the star maps. You can combine designs as much as you want, as many features as you need, but keep this for these designs for inspiration for your upcoming products and your upcoming releases.
Yeah, and well, I'm sorry that your dog was complaining, but pets actually came in seventh place.
Yeah.
So the first six places are for people, but we have the pets included now as well in the top 10 designs. Actually, top 10 designs through the year, most selling designs. still have to do with pets. Sometimes it's not. It's more related to image uploads, for example. But when it comes to customity designs and best-selling through of them, I think one of the most repeated ones we see is you and me and the dogs or cats. That number nine, I know it's number nine, but actually it's always on the top 10 on every single live session we do when we cover the most popular designs. Which most popular designs were the ones who used it. Now this one the one selling the most. But I think it's correlated because this design number nine definitely is one of the most popular ever. And I think one of the we created tutorial ones on the grandma's garden, and ever since then it became easier for people to get the assets, to understand how they work and all the layouts involved, and actually push the grandma garden to be on the top 10 setting this year as well. Also, I think the maps, we mentioned this was a very popular design, and needless to say, it was very curious that the combined map eventually with the heart definitely gives you an idea of which kind of message you want to sell, you want to transmit when you are customizing maps, right?
Absolutely. So think of how you are going to promote, how you're going to sell out. You're designing for which occasion you want to boost it, because all the features that you find in Customly are versatile for every occasion of the year. And also make sure you check out our galleries, our libraries, and our design every week, because we are constantly updating them. So make sure you check them out to find inspiration for the new products that you're gonna list and create in your store.
Yeah. Right, let's get into personalizing your products fast and easy with our latest tool. Okay, well, let's do a recap, Joffrey, of the latest tools that we have released throughout 2024 and what we believe is the best, the ones that are best for you right now to get started with.
Absolutely. One of the most used and highly celebrated features that we released was the remove background by custom. As we said earlier today, it is constantly and weekly updated and improved by our developers. But the reason that one of the reasons that it is highly celebrated and praised by all the merchants is that it is now free, and it is free of costs and credits that you need to use. And you can list it and test it as many times and as much as you want, as much as you need in your designs. The same applies for the face cutout, which is one of my favorites, by the way. So we are thrilled to be including every month and every week new features, new releases, and new updates for you guys to expand the range of products you list out in your store.
Yeah, and actually very proud to be uh, democrating and democratizing these features aside from any paid service. So I think that's great, a great deal breaker sometimes that you can actually get everything you need on one single app without needing to connect to other apps.
Absolutely. And one of the most used and viewed live sessions of the year was the texture for texts. You broke the net that day, Jose.
Oh, really?
Um,
I don't think I even remember what I did in that live session.
I think you uploaded. We tried a couple words, and you uploaded different textures in the
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, we actually tried to use not only textures but the new feature of actually combining that with the existing textures and features and the alpha values. So eventually, you realize that you're not only uploading textures, but you will be able to combine them with changing the backgrounds. So that will give you like a whole lot of a new range of ideas and customizations, as simple as having a dotted pattern and you're changing the color. That's something that from a color picker, even though, right? And of course, full textures, gradients, and stuff. So yeah, I think we covered a lot of things in that textures because we went beyond the the feature itself and went to use it that with everything we had already learned about texts and colors and alpha values on all the time.
Absolutely. Now we are gearing towards the latest releases of the year, where we have the crossword, which was highly requested and recently updated with new tiles and new colors and new alphabet possibilities. We are proud to have this one because it has been requested and it was actually included in the top selling designs and products of November. And
Mhm.
I'm guessing it's gonna be there out there also for December.
Yes, definitely. All this list of features, including the last one, watercolor effect, is they are one-click tools basically because they are within the existing features that we have already. So whenever you're working with image uploads and stuff, you can always see that we are adding this as just check this because you want this effect, or check the other, or adjust. Everything is we can do everything within the design, and that's the great advantage. So we have, and remember, there's a lot of live sessions that cover these features one by one. So, for example, when it comes to remove background and face cutout as well as textures, everything has its own live session. Has very popular live sessions, great. And also these latest features, we actually covered them in some couple of occasions. Maybe not as dedicated live sessions or so, but sometimes when releasing a few of them or focusing on special dates and occasions like Christmas and ornaments. We covered some of these. For example, I remember crosswords. We put them on ornaments, right? So in the image outlines we did on the last live session. So it has been a very thorough presentation of every one of these. And today is not going to be an exception. We're going to also be showing you really quickly because don't want to crowd too much on this, but just so you can see where to find the watercolor effect and how it looks. Now, we do have some tips for using Customily more efficiently. That's why we told you to pay attention to what Shofri was saying about the designs and the top 10 designs that were bestsellers this year, actually. And the thing is like this, and this is kind of for new users or for existing users, but as main educators of Customily, we try to encourage best practices, and we know by the end of the year, your Customily account is a mess, basically, right? Because you have a lot of templates, a lot of designs, a lot of option sets, a lot of products that have been discontinued that are on draft. Some things are not connected. Some things you cloned because you wanted to test out, and you forget to rename. So I think it's important that we take a couple of weeks now that we are on the down the hill on the peak season, right? And I think these 5 customity tips are essential for you to make the most of the app in the next year. The first one will be to stock up on mockups. Prepare these images with time. What do I mean with this? Remember, we talk about getting the best pictures of your products. Once you know which products you want to sell, try to get the best mockups, try to get AI generations for the mockups and everything. But also in that moment, in that instance, you can grab these mockups and have you or your graphic designers actually turn them into the mask with transparency we use for the previews. Remember, we use a base image of a t-shirt, for example, with all the colors available. That's very important. And then we put the design in all the layers involved in the design. And then on top of that, like to finish off the sandwich, we put the mask. The mask or the overlay actually has a full opacity background, and the part of the shape of the t-shirt, the mug or whatever, transparent, so you can see the design shape it out. Very common on pillows, very common on blankets. Also, that image, that mask overlay can have in the transparency certain shadows. We also have tutorials on how to do this through the with the original product image. So creating those side files from the original mockups, blank mockups, will be a great time saver, because when you are working out your products in Customily, perhaps you created the product with a very flat and very simple view of the t-shirt, as we are talking about t-shirts. But you can go inside Customily and change those mockups to actually look more professional, realistic, and and zooming in, for example. So take advantage of this moment in which you are getting the best mockups, the best images, and also produce those images you need for Customily. Use the Customily assets. Now we're talking about designs. You have seen which have been the bestseller designs. So go ahead one day you have off and create designs from the gallery, right? From the Customily gallery. So you create them, you check them out, you see how they are built, and you save them. You don't have to use them at the moment, but you have all the assets, all the dogs and the cats and the people and the hairstyles, all saved in libraries. So in the future, you may want to grab one of those and start modifying the media player, start modifying the people, using the people, changing the background. So whatever designs you feel you're going to be using in future or upcoming products, you can actually now go and save it, right? Go and create them now, keep them there. You can later go and modify them. But it's you don't want to do that when you're rushing, basically. Take advantage of your libraries and have everything organized. Libraries are essential to save you time. Everything you do it in libraries. The fonts, the colors, the mockups, the images, everything that you can actually put into libraries. Even if you have one image, keep in there, because if you use those libraries across multiple products, every single modification you do to one library will automatically update all your products. So you're saving a lot of time. You're not only saving time, but you're actually able, in point 4, to change the swatches, change the file names, remove whatever you're not using, change the order. The advantage of this is, let's say you created libraries very fast, you wanted to release the product right away, and okay, so the mockups are the people with the t-shirt and the people actually naked and stuff. So take a moment to go into the libraries and change whatever skin tone into a nice thumbnail that actually has a color with a gradient, or the hairstyle, or the eye colors, everything that will look nice. Change the name of the file, so every single tooltip is going to change when you hover over the option. Those small details are really beautiful. They are always there, and people may not notice that until you actually put something like eye color /16123. Oh, actually that's going to show on the store and it's not going to look nice. So those small things that you may pass on that because you were rushing into putting that product live, now that you know you're going to be using the library on upcoming designs, make sure you take the time to put nice thumbnails, nice names, organize in which order you want them, remove whatever you don't want. Make sure you create color palettes, whatever you think is going to save you time and help you with a lot of products altogether. Make sure you work on that. And finally, optimizing. One thing you can do is use one template on multiple products, one option set on multiple products, and so on. And it's very important because sometimes your line of products will have single image upload, single text input. Those are two options, and they run across 50 products in your store. So why not take advantage of this and say, okay, so my image upload is object ID number 1 and my text is object ID number 2. They use the same fonts, they use the same colors, perfect. So I have one single option set and I use that option set on every single product. So whenever I need to add another color or I need to change something, I want to, for example, now I'm offering this on another language, so I want to grab that option set and change the wording to another language. Actually, when I change that option set, I change every single product because they're using the same set. So that is optimizing. That is saving time, saving on repeating tasks. And well, templates go the same way, but one thing that you can do with option sets is actually have multiple option sets. Let's say that you want to offer a wrapping paper or gifting box, right, on every product. So instead of going into every single option set of every single product and adding the option to put the wrapping paper or the wrapping box, what you do is you create an independent option set with that single option. And you go to the products and you add that option set as another one at the very end of the options. So now you have added that gifting option on every product. And if you ever need to change the price, you ever need to change the wording, just go to one single option set and modify all products. So sometimes it takes one single option set to help you add one option that you may later want to remove, you may later want to change, but you want to put it on the existing set because you need to do it for every single option set in every single product. You do it once and you just add just like that. And I think that's one of the biggest optimizations I can actually advise you at the moment. I don't know if you have any pro tip here.
No, absolutely. I think to sum it all up, the key here is organization and planning. So if you look back on everything that all the tips that we've said today, when you have a plan and when you forecast what you want to achieve, and you plan and you're organized with the assets, the names of the items in your folders before you upload them, the colors, etc. If you organize and plan all the assets that you need, getting by in the use of Customily is easier because then you don't have to play to go blind on the product creation and product listing. So keep all this in mind. The good thing is that this live session, as all the live sessions, will be saved and shared. So you'll be able to go back on all of these tips to optimize your store for the 2025.
Yes, and you can always reach out to us if you have questions. But I think it's very important, like Joffrey says, that never go blind to explore Customily because you're going to get there, but you're going to stumble upon a lot of things in the process that is easier if you just have a flashlight going through the right path. I mean, it's planning ahead, it's understanding what you want to do. Sometimes you get inside Customily without knowing what you're looking to achieve as a design and product, and that's very important. Which product I'm going to be using, I'm going to be selling. I'm going to be selling mugs. Mugs have a very specific print size, which is the print size, which are the margins and the bleeds and the safe area. Okay, so what do I want to put in the mug? I want to put one side, two sides. One side is going to be this design, the other side will be this, and so on, so on. But if you start with a blank canvas, okay, so where do I begin? Yeah, let's put something there, and then go to the mug. Okay, the mug actually ended up coming with the design actually in here. Why? Because we didn't plan ahead. We went through stumbling on everything on the path, right? So don't do that. And we are here to help, right? But that will be like the best advice we want to offer you today. And we're going to steal a couple of minutes of your time to tell you about the watercolor effect, right? This is a great feature we just released a couple of weeks ago and gives a great style for your uploaded pictures, with the great advantage is also within Customily, like the remove background and the pencil style. So it's free. So you can check it out. And also, like we said, as other tools, you can combine with the face cutout and the remove background as well. So it's it's actually very useful because you can just have the full image or actually cut out the characters. Let's create really fast a watercolor product. We may not create it, Joffrey. I think we may actually show it and show how we did it. We are going to also have all the assets are already on the share folder we have on Drive on every single video. So whenever this video is released, you will have all the assets to create this design. Okay, so basically we created a custom Valentine's watercolor photo canvas. So you upload your picture, that's it, and it has a watercolor effect. You see that? We're going to actually make this a bit smaller just to see the full effect. We also have a background remover in this case, and if you have overlays that actually have this they have like a watercolor background or effect, it's nice to put them in here as an extra. So in our design, we actually have the names. Let's say right, and we also have the custom text for example, right? But we added some graphics here. So for example, we can add a background heart. We can also add flowers or hearts. Look nice. This is a very nice design, and we put it on a canvas, but you can put it on anything you want. In fact, you have all the images separated just to see how it looks. So this nice effect is all watercolor. So let me show you in the back end how we did this. We go to the My Design section, and let's open the watercolor photo. To activate the watercolor effect, you're going to pick on the image placeholder, right? We're going to create an image placeholder, and that one's going to be called upload photo. When you go to image behavior, in here, you will identify most of the effects we are offering so far, and everything that has a star, like the remove background, the face cutout, and the pencil drawing will also have now the watercolor effect. Right? So we don't have any watercolor now. We can actually upload an image and see how this looks. But I do have a heart on top of this, but actually I'm going to just take it away. So this is basically see. Oh, okay. So decoration had a couple of. Oh, this is the design. Okay, so that's the decoration. Okay, just right. So this is the upload photo as it is. Not much else to do. But when we apply the watercolor effect, it creates a very smooth effect throughout the entire picture. Right? You see, it's pretty nice. And right now, this is because we have the people facing back. Let's see if we can try with another image from a previous live session. Okay, we have this sample here. You're going to see how it looks. Right, it's pretty nice effect. Let me show you the original. So this with a nice background is going to look have this very interesting stylish, and we can actually remove the background as well. So let me reapply this and also apply a remove background. So as you can see, that is actually combined the both effects. Yeah. And if I get inside this, I can actually move this around. So that's how you activate watercolor effect. And to understand this design particularly, which is now it's pretty simple, but has like a lot of layers, let me show you the finished template and the finished product. We may add a full tutorial on this later. We wanted to have some Q&A time. So let's go to the design, and we're going to click on upload photo and let's upload this new photo. Okay, so it's cutting the background and it's also applying. First, it's going to cut the background, and then it's going to apply the filter. So what we did is we have this heart, And like I said, this design actually went through a lot of processing because we put the heart on top. Then we saw that the image had to be on top first. So we used it to cover the design. However, we were being cut out on the top parts. So we decided to actually create something called the white frame. And the white frame, let me just, is basically something like this, right? See, so this is a PNG that has the negative of the heart in transparent, and we actually remove some of the top area. So basically, what will happen is the character is going to be on. Let me just pick this. Yeah, the character is going to be cut out on the lower part, but can be on top up. So whenever you want this to go outside of the heart, you can. Now the heart is optional, so basically you can remove that or not. And the decoration was added to the white background as another image. So you see here that in the second position, the decoration shows like that, or shows in the heart version. And then we have a couple of text items, right? That's basically the structure of this design. We have the order is we have the frame, which is the part of the heart, call this frame as the heart, then the upload photo, so the heart is behind the upload photo, and then we have the decoration that is three images. One is just white with the shape, another is white with the shape and the flowers, and another one with the hearts. And then what we created was just a couple of extra choices just to activate or deactivate the effects, just like that. But we're going to, if you want the full tutorial, we're going to upload that to our groups later. This is just for you to see the effect and see how nice it looks. Imagine that if I actually grab this upload photo and I remove the background, it's a pretty solid, right? Yeah, it's not the same. So that's why we are aiming to combining this effect with nice backgrounds and nice and interesting overlays in the future. Right, Shoffer, let's open up the Q&A part, yeah?
Absolutely. Let's dive into the Q&A and jump on to a couple of questions that we have. Let me just a second. Okay. Okay, so yes, they are asking if this class will be shared or displayed publicly. Yes, we'll be sharing this via email with the attendance, with the attendees, sorry, and it will also be included or posted in our YouTube channel tomorrow.
Yes. Yes, and if you want to start practicing, all these heart and flowers, all this graphic information is already uploaded to the live session drive folders that we have. It's going to be live session number 24. Yeah, sorry, I was calculating that.
Absolutely. Now, someone is asking here, can I have a library of images in my WordPress site and in the Customily app allow the user to search from those? Or do I have to load the library into Customily?
Can you repeat the first part?
Absolutely. Can I have a library of images in my WordPress and then allow Customily to users to search from Customily, or do I have to upload the images into Customily library?
You need to upload them to libraries. Yes, because the assets are all located in Customily in order to be used. I mean, you can upload them directly to the design or the template, but if you are working with libraries, it's going to be easier. Now, I recommend working with zip files. We have a live session that helps you understand how to organize your zip files. But basically, if you organize all your images according to what you want to offer as choices in folders in your computer, like skin colors, one folder, hairstyle, another folder, and pant color, another folder, for example. If you organize that in folders, every one of those being different libraries, you can zip them all together and upload them to Customily. Customily will create all the libraries one by one based on the folder structure that you created. So eventually you don't have to upload one by one or create the library and then start uploading. You can build everything on your hard drive and then zip it and send it over directly to Customily. That's going to be the best practice there. But we don't grab information from the e-commerce galleries or media or pre-uploaded media. That's for listing processing and creation basically. We run
Awesome.
outside every single e-commerce platform. That's very important to understand.
That is awesome. Will these effects, for example, the watercolor effect, the background remover, etc., be available to our website visitors when they customize their products, or are they only available for us in the designers part?
No, actually, it's right now here. I'm the customer basically, right? I'm as a customer. I uploaded this picture and I'm able to move it around like this. So whenever you as a merchant, as a designer, will establish and decide um, which effect you want to assign to an image upload. The customer will upload the image and the effect will be applied. So if you want to offer customers the chance to switch between filters, you need to create those inside Customily first. So basically, you will create a placeholder with the watercolor effect, another one with the pencil style, another one with the background remover, or so, and you will create something similar to what you see here in the decoration. You will have three buttons, right? And each one will trigger the visibility of one or another placeholder, and each one of those will have a different filter applied. You can only apply one filter per option, so you will have multiple options. But yes, you can have a product in which the filter has been selected by you and is exclusive to the design, or you can create a design that actually offers multiple filters. But you have to create that. It's not for free for customers. To whatever picture they upload, they will apply the filter. That's something you as a merchant will decide.
Awesome. They are asking here, you mentioned how important social media is to achieve sales. Is there an update on when TikTok integration will be released?
Um, to be honest, I will have to either ask Cecilia on the chat or ring it, because we actually don't have uh, news on that. We're still we know there's some speculation on the future of TikTok on the US at least, but at the moment we are still gathering interested merchants to be able to push the integration. That's what I can tell you at the moment.
Right. So let's put a pin on that and we'll follow up on that if necessary. You can also consult with the support team. There is another question here. Is there a limit to how many images can be uploaded? Um, yes, to the libraries.
Oh, to the no, no, there's no limit. I mean, our cats and dogs libraries contain like 160 images. I
Mhm.
have seen bigger. It depends on the number of options you want to offer. Remember not to overwhelm the customers, but and remember that if you have too many images, like you have like 200 images, or in our case, our dogs and cats, because we have 150 images, we don't offer them all together in the front end. We create categories, which are subfolders. So if you have a folder called dog breed, you will have like 6 folders. Instead of having 120 designs, you will have 6 folders, like with well, I was trying to do that very fast, but I couldn't. With 20 designs, right? So basically, 20 designs, 20 dog options is easier to browse and select than to have 120 all of a sudden. And it simplifies the fact that you're going straight to the breed you want to use. So you will have breeds from A to B, from C to F, from H to whatever, right? So by splitting all those 120 options into 6 folders, you are uh, making easy for the customer to pick uh, the right category and finding the right dog instead of browsing through all the options. So when you have a lot of images, I recommend you create categories inside the library.
Awesome.
But there's no limit. It's just keep in mind that all the options you put there will either show all together or you can split them into folders.
Okay, that is awesome. They're also asking here if the background remover tool can be made optional.
Yes, yes. Actually, we just covered that. I mean, you will need to have uh, two different options, right? For example, remember that layouts is the way we control visibility of different objects. So, for example, if I were to, let's say we have this upload photo, right? So, upload photo right now in the image behavior section has watercolor, and it doesn't have a remove background tool, right? So, if I want another one, so what I would do is I will create a duplicate, and when I say duplicate, oh, sorry, split up, right? So here. So I want to create a duplicate version. Duplicate versions are important because they have the same ID, which means they have the same behavior. Now the only difference is this upload photo. We're going to put this VG remove, yeah, and we're going to apply this. Right, so now we have upload photo here and upload photo. Let me see if I can align this so they are perfectly aligned on top. Yeah. So we have the upload photo. We remove background. We don't want this to show at the same time. So what we're going to do is we're going to create one layout. Yeah. And another layout. Yeah, this one going to be like that. So what will happen is this. I'm going to, well, creating layouts eventually creates a selection, and the selection can be with background, without background. So that's basically how you split the option between layouts. But let's say I'm going to put this image like this. Let me remove the. Oh, there was a filter apply. Oh yeah, the watercolor effect is going to be applied. And let me remove the frame so at least we see the full picture, right? So this is one image. If I go to the layout selector in the options, right? Every time you create something like this, the system will create a layout selector, which is a drop down. It's going to say upload photo or remove background. So I say, okay, remove background. And then I pick this and I look into this, and this is going to have this. Right now, it didn't do it because I'm testing. Let me see if I can have this double tested again. All right, wait. On the testing part, it may not. Okay, well, let's stay like this. Option 1, option 2, right. So, oh, this is the design, sorry. Let me see if I can apply this really quickly. In the meantime, let me see if there's another question, because I want to do this. I think it's very cool. So when we have an upload photo here, this has remove background. That's the thing. We're going to create a duplicate that will have no remove background. Yeah. Just let's make sure they are aligned. Yeah, and this one will have okay, let's remember that the remove background is option 2, sorry, option 1, and the one, no remove background is option 1, remove background is option 2. That's just to make it simple. Wait, all right, sorry, create layout, that's the one I was a bit confused. Okay, so let's say we have this, yeah. So one and another one. Let's make sure this is upload photo and has remove background, and the other has no remove background. Okay, right. So let's click no next. Save this. Remember, we are working on Right, 1, 2. Yeah, perfect. So now this technically is finished. I may need to adjust the options just so you can see this, but you will see the effect. I'm missing one option only. The option is to show one or the other. Either one for no removed or the other one which is removed. And so Valentine's. Oh, here it is. Valentine custom canvas. Excellent. Let me go to the options so I can add one quick option. And the quick option will be this one. We're going to add an option. The option is going to be here, and it's going to be a drop down. It can be a swatch, right? And photo style. Yeah, we're going to have two options. Option 1, no background, and option 2 is yes background. Yeah, and very important, we need to establish the function. The function is what we're switching layouts, we're switching visibilities. So we go to the function, we say layout visibility, and now we can establish that no background, so remove background is basically was ID number 2. Yeah. Help me with this, Geoffrey. Was 2, yeah, and 1 was the no background removal. Yeah, that's it. So now we have this choice established. Let's see if it works. If it not, it's live. So, all right. Okay, so we added this. Yeah, photo style. We have no background, yes background. So let's actually pick yes background. Right. We don't see anything until we upload the picture. Is going to apply the filter. Okay. Now don't worry about that frame. That's me changing sizes. Right. The effect has been applied or close to. Yeah, there it is. We have the watercolor effect, and we have the background there. You see. Right, let's try. Okay, here we have the background there. If we click here and go no background, it's going to swatch to the other layout, and now you are not seeing any background at all. That's how you do it. And if you want to do the same trick with other filters, you can actually do it. So it will be watercolor, it will be pencil style. If I go yes background, then it gives you the background again because it's switching visibilities. What else do we have, Geoffrey?
No more questions over here, Jose. Thank you very much for that quick rundown.
Sorry about that. Really quick was.
Yeah, thank you for
Actually,
that. Thank you for that rundown on how layouts can be used. So you guys, you there out merchants, make sure you can make the most out of all the features because they are very versatile and you can combine them as you wish and as you want to create a seamless and a good purchase process for your clients. Okay, perfect.
am I
All
back?
right, so yes, we
Yeah.
are about to wrap up, everyone. We have here. Don't refrain from contacting our support team through our support channels via email at support@customily.com. Also in the live chat in the app with the purple icon at the right corner of the screen. And make sure you can join our Facebook communities for inspiration to help one another to find useful tips and also to get support.
Well, this is us wrapping up. First of all, always thanking Cecilia for being on the chat, for being upfront. She has been presenting sometimes, and so we really appreciate her for always preparing this material, doing all the analytics, and grabbing the the bestsellers and the top designs. We want to also thank Ezequiel, a former member of the team who participated in a lot of live sessions in this year. So it was great having him on board. And also thank you, Geoffrey, for being the new addition to this team that keeps growing and keeps getting a lot of new challenges and new um, uh, new ideas to share with all of you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Jose, for having me join the sessions. Thank you, Cecilia, for being here with us. And thank you for all the attendees for being with us in every live session. As you guys are typing in on the chat, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year for everyone. And we'll see each other next year with new ideas, new releases, new features, and new announcements.
Yes, stay tuned. So we announced the new dates on which we're going to be resuming live sessions. We are going to take just a short break and go past this this season and get started fresh with new ideas, new guests. Because we this year we had a lot of guests and we want to do the same next year. Stay tuned as we're going to be collaborating a lot with some friends and well, sharing new ideas, sharing new features. We keep growing thanks to you all. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for supporting this project throughout this year. For last year also, it has been a great experiment that now is a reality. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. It was great having you all on board, and I will see you very soon. Okay, bye bye all.